Hey guys, welcome to another year with Dark County Parks. I'm out here on a winter's walk with Mitchell at Shawnee Prairie, and we're trying to see what we can find out here. So this year, guys, we've got kind of a new idea we're going to try with you. We're going to try to go through each month and provide a Naturalist Almanac. Kind of some ideas of what to expect to see here in Dark County and around, and some of the natural elements that you can expect to see. We'll try to video some of those, and at the same time we'll try to give you a teaser as to what's to come. Hey, this flower's blooming soon, this bird will be migrating in soon. So stay tuned, and we're going to go on a walk out here at Shawnee Prairie, and we'll see if we can come up with some things to show you guys today. So one of the things you can look at when you're on a winter's hike is you can look at tree ID. Now, many people think tree identification is strictly based on the leaves, and while those help quite a bit, you can also identify by the buds and the type of bark. So right here we have a very distinct terminal bud on this tree, and if I was to touch it, especially if I do it fair gloved or bare-handed, it is a very robust bud and it's quite sharp on the edge. This is an Ohio buckeye. So strictly by the bud and by the growth and other elements of the tree, we can identify this tree. And it's something that's kind of fun to do as you're walking along, kind of review that knowledge that you may have had, or to train yourself saying, okay, I think this is a buckeye. I'm going to come back in a few months when there's leaves on it and make it easier to identify. So while you do winter bird watching, obviously we have fewer species now than we would in the spring or the summer. The benefit is we don't have the leaf for them to hide behind, but at the same time, we got to find them. So during this time of year, the birds flock together into winter flocks, and in order to find those, you have to really kind of comb the woods. There's no guarantee where you're going to find them at. And in the meantime, the woods seems pretty quiet, a little bit lifeless at times. But once you find it, the woods will come alive.
So many of you have probably been hiking at Shawnee Prairie, and you've noticed these big boxes up on the trees, and you're wondering, what are they? Obviously, they are a bird box, but for who? These are actually eastern screech owl boxes. And recently, one of the birders from the Birders Club emailed the naturalist and said that one of them was in use out here in the woods. Now, we don't know which one in particular, but it's kind of fun to stop by and see if you notice anybody hiding out in the holes, or see if you see any signs of them being here.
So we've encountered a small one of those winter flocks I was mentioning. We've got a couple titmice up here, a red-bellied woodpecker, a downy, a nuthatch. So these guys were hopping around here. Hopefully we'll get some footage of them a little bit closer, and you'll be able to see them other than just hearing them. So after a quick bird walk today, we've got to see a few bird species. We've got to encounter a couple winter flocks. Seeing a couple cool things out there. Never quite know what you're going to find. But being that this is January, the earth is kind of sleeping in this part of the world right now. So we have a little bit of life here and there. With a little bit of planning, the proper layers, and that is the key. Dress in layers so that you stay warm. You can always take a layer off if you get a little bit warm while you're out there. But dressing in layers, preparing for whatever the weather's bringing, and there's still a bunch of good stuff that you can find out here on a January hike through the woods. See you guys next time, and I hope you guys have a great hike between now and then.
Hey everyone, we hope you enjoyed that first iteration of the Naturalist Almanac. This is going to be a series that we continue through the rest of the year. It's going to be our chance to kind of explore the natural world, what we discover each month, what can we find, what's moving in, what's leaving, and we hope you guys will enjoy. We'll see you again in February for the next iteration of this, and until then, enjoy hiking on the trails.